There was once a young girl named Anya who loved to watch. Every evening, she would sit by the park, her eyes wide with wonder, as other children rode their bicycles. They raced, they laughed, they moved with such effortless joy. Deep inside, Anya yearned to join them. She imagined the wind in her hair, the feeling of freedom. But a quiet whisper of fear held her back, a persistent doubt that clouded her dreams. What if I fall? She thought. What if people laugh at me? These questions echoed in her mind, louder than any desire to ride. So, instead of trying, she simply watched from the sidelines. Days turned into weeks, and her shiny new bicycle remained untouched. It sat patiently in the corner of her house, a silent reminder of her unspoken wish and her growing apprehension. One evening, her wise grandmother noticed Anya's quiet contemplation. She saw the longing in her eyes and the bicycle gathering dust. "Why don't you ride, Anya?" she asked gently. Anya lowered her head, her voice barely a whisper. "I'm scared, Grandma. Scared I'll fall." The words hung in the air, heavy with her unspoken worries. Grandma smiled, a warm, knowing smile. "Do you know what's worse than falling, my dear?" Anya looked up, puzzled, her curiosity piqued. Never trying at all, her grandmother continued, her voice soft but firm, "and always wondering what could have happened if you had just taken that first step." The very next day, with her grandmother's encouraging presence beside her, Anya took her bicycle outside. Her heart was a drumbeat in her chest, and her hands trembled slightly as she gripped the handlebars. But she remembered her grandmother's words, a quiet strength blooming within her. She placed her feet on the pedals, took a deep breath, and pushed forward. The bicycle wobbled precariously. For a moment, she almost fell, and her fear screamed louder than any wind. It felt like the world was tilting, threatening to send her tumbling. Then something truly magical began to happen. With every small turn of the wheel, with every moment she stayed upright, her confidence started to grow. It was a tiny spark, but it was there. Yes, she did fall. Once, then twice, and even a third time. Each time, the ground met her with a gentle thud. But each time, she stood up again, a little stronger, a little more determined. The fear that had once held her captive began to shrink, losing its power with every brave attempt. It was still present, but it no longer controlled her. By the end of that evening, Anya was not just riding her bicycle. She was soaring across the park, her face alight with pure joy, laughter bubbling up from deep within her. She felt a profound sense of freedom. As she looked back at her journey, she realized something incredibly powerful. Fear never truly disappears completely. It might always be a quiet companion. But the moment you gather your courage and take that very first step, courage takes over. It becomes the guiding force, leading you forward into new experiences. From that day on, whenever Anya faced something new and daunting, whether it was speaking in class, learning a new skill, or meeting new people, she remembered her bicycle ride. She remembered that the first step, no matter how scary it feels, almost always leads to something truly wonderful. It opens doors to possibilities you never imagined. And so, dear friends, the next time you find yourself hesitating, afraid to try something new, remember Anya's story. Remember the quiet girl who found her wings on two wheels. Take that first step. It doesn't have to be perfect, just a start. Because beyond the initial fear lies a world of growth, exciting adventures, and a life brimming with endless possibilities.